So how about Derek Carr getting out of Las Vegas, where Gruden is perpetually unsatisfied with his quarterback, and going to Chicago to upgrade the position there?
I think you could upgrade the position in Chicago with Derek Carr, but if I'm Derek Carr, do I want to go to Chicago? Like, they got a solid defense, but is the defense where it was 2 years ago? Or is that Chuck Pagano's now retired and stepped down? Is that defense, is Khalil Mack going to be Khalil Mack? The problem that I have with guys that are quarterbacks like Derek Carr is they all of a sudden get with a Matt Nagy, an offensive so-called mind, and they want to throw the ball everywhere. They don't want to stick to a recipe for success. They try to all of a sudden, with a lack of weapons, try and make a quarterback like Carr throw the ball 45 times a game. And that's how they wind up getting their head bashed in, instead of saying, okay, we need to focus in on our defense and our running game, make that strong, and then just allow our quarterback to be efficient enough to win games and not try to justify why we traded for him or how much money he makes. That's where you go wrong at, in my opinion, when I look at the ultimate goal at the end of the day is to win the Super Bowl. But when I look at quarterbacks that have won the Super Bowl over the last, I'll just use 10 years.
Okay.
Just look at their playoff runs and then look at what they did in the Super Bowl and put those numbers together. They're just good dudes that don't make the mistake and turn the ball over. It's not about 500 yards in the air. It's about what you saw Tom Brady do. Very efficient, and allowed them to run the ball with Fournette and Jones and play defense. And he didn't screw it up by turning the ball over. He was very efficient. That is how you win. You go back and you even look at Kansas City when they won with Patrick Mahomes. It wasn't like Patrick Mahomes threw for 400 yards. He was just Patrick Mahomes did a good job. They allowed San Francisco to make a handful of mistakes. They won the game. And I think if Chicago could figure out that type of quarterback, they went to the damn Super Bowl with Rex Grossman. I don't care if it was 17 years ago.
Rex Grossman, Aaron Rodgers, same amount of Super Bowls. Jay, what do you think about that? You know the city of Chicago well. Key's got a type of guy that works for the Monsters of the Midway.
Yeah, I don't see Derek Carr as a fit in Chicago. Just because for Derek Carr, look, it's his place in Las Vegas right now with the way they play. Like, he's serviceable, and I don't think Las Vegas would change anything unless they were to get an upgrade from Derek Carr, unless you're able to get a Deshaun Watson, right? I think he's serviceable. I think Jon Gruden is going to stay with a guy like that. I don't know why we aren't talking about Marcus Mariota going to the Bears. Look, they're $18.5 million over the cap, right? When you think about, he's the sixth highest cap hit on their salary. So this allows them a lot of flexibility if they can use a guy like Marcus Mariota. And I know that he's a former second overall pick, but it's also a guy that feels like he needs to redeem himself, right? Coming from the Tennessee situation, now playing out there, being a backup, getting inserted here and there into the lineup. Like, I feel like that's a guy that he has the talent, but also the mentality seems to be a little bit more blue collar. He can go earn that in Chicago. And he does have the talent.
Yeah, but what you willing to give me for him, though? What are you willing to give me for Marcus Mariota if you're Chicago? We've done a deal already together with Khalil Mack, so what are you willing to give me? I got what you're looking for. What's it worth to you? Because you had a chance to sign him in free agency a year ago, but you elected to go with Nick Foles instead.
Understood. I mean, but that's something, if you're Chicago, you have to realistically think about. You have to actually go to the drawing board.
What is it worth to you to get me? I mean, to get me to give you Marcus Mariota, it's got to be a price. And
I mean, it's the same for Derek Carr, though, right?
No, because Derek Carr is my starter. And if you're trying to get my starter, that price goes up a little bit. But that's
what I'm saying. It's the same thing.
But what are you willing to give me?
We're talking about a deal between Derek Carr and Marcus Mariota to Chicago. So it's the same thing.
A couple things I would just mention on the way out the door here. To Key's point, to bolster Key's point about just needing a guy. Keep in mind, when Tom Brady played Drew Brees in the divisional round, Tom Brady threw for 199 yards and they won. When Tom Brady beat Patrick Mahomes in Super Bowl 55 just the other day, Tom Brady threw for 201 yards. That was enough to win.
Hey, Coach, I didn't do the research at all. I just came off the brain.
Right.
Because I
know
what I see.
Who's the guy then?
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus right now.